ready for a new makeover? You are? Okay, let's get this to going. For this project, you're gonna need a ruler, a cutting mat, a rotary cutter if you have one, a piece of fabric. This one is 100% cotton, and you'll need some scissors. This piece of fabric I cut to the length of my dog's neck, which was 16 inches, and then I added about anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. And then you need some snips. You're gonna need some SF101, some interfacing to stabilize the cotton so it doesn't get stretchy. And I'm going to cut it to the same length, but 2 inches narrower. I'm going to cut it 2 inches by 24 inches long. This piece of fabric is 4 inches by 24 inches long, and the width of the fabric is going to be calculated based on the type of clasp and hardware that you have. I'm using 1 inch adjustable slider, so I just took the 1 inch and multiplied it times 4 to figure out the width of the fabric. Now it may vary depending on what you are using as far as hardware. And then the strapping I cut to 23 inches, so 1 inch shorter than the length of fabric. Ironing board, and a measuring tape to measure around your dog's neck. So grab your piece of fabric and you're gonna turn it with wrong side facing up. And the first thing we're going to do is adhere the SF101 to the center of the panel. You want to make sure that you have the bumpy side or the glue side facing the wrong side of the fabric. And then you're going to press it. You just want to make sure that it's centered well. Okay, once you have it adhered, you want to take the end and turn it in by about 1/4 of an inch on both ends and press it. You're going to take your strip of fabric and you're going to meet the raw edges together, and you're going to press so that you get a pressing line down the center. And then next you're going to take the raw edges and turn them into the center and press on both sides so that eventually we're going to turn it again and press it, and it will be 1 inch across. Grab your clips and clip everything. Now grab your webbing and you're going to insert it. I'm going to slip it in there. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew all the way around. I'm going to use a longer stitch length since it's so thick, 4mm stitch length. So I'm using polyester thread and I'm going to stitch at 1/8 inch from the edge all the way around. I'm going to go slow over this thick part. A back stitch. Okay, I'm going to use this bag strap adjustable slider. I'm going to take my slider, slide the end, use the uglier side to go back down like that. And I'm going to sew a box with a crisscross to strengthen it. I'm bringing it over about 1.25 inches. Back stitching. Sliding buckle is this way, and I just stitch that down on this end. I'm gonna go work on the other end. Okay, so grab the male end of the buckle and I'm gonna come up through this first hole on this side. The male part is facing out. and then I'm going to go back down through the next hole. So now I want to take the end, go through the buckle and come down the other end. So I'm going to just keep sliding this down. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to slide the D-ring facing up. So you'll have the male parachute end pointing in that direction. The top of the slider is going to be facing up, and so is the little D-ring. So I'm going through the top. That way, yep, that works. Okay, before stitching it down, I'm going to slide the D-ring up pretty close to the buckle, and then I'm going to put a few lines of stitching, or you could do a box again. I'm going to stitch from the top because it makes a prettier stitching line. You can always have a bigger loop around if you give yourself some extra, maybe 8 to 10 inches extra over the measurement of what you measured from your pup. Okay, let's take a look. Let's try it. You got a perfect Valentine collar. Look at you. And it still makes sure that you have a few fingers. And you look beautiful.